Thanks for joining us. It is 6 a.m. It's Friday as well. I'm Evan Nurani.
And I'm Netta Iranpour, and we will start this hour with that forecast. Another beautiful sunrise to come. I mean, it's been really nice. If you can see it, that is.
Yeah.
Without the fog, right?
Yeah, it's pretty similar to yesterday. We're just seeing a little more clouds in the mix, and that's actually those clouds low enough to the surface where it's causing some dense fog out there along our major freeways. So just a reminder, if you're headed out of our coastal or beach neighborhoods, maybe leave time for travel because that's where we're seeing the worst of it. So you can actually see that fog bank offshore, but some of those clouds, as I mentioned, are making its way onshore, particularly for the coastal areas especially. As we take a look at our current Viz map here, you can see the worst of it stretching into Otay Mesa down to about 2.5 miles. It could be worse. It's not too bad, but again, it's very patchy, especially when you exit the freeways and get onto those surface streets, it worsens. So just keep that in mind, especially when it comes to the county's southern half. All right, we are looking at another really warm day, folks. We could see our 4th straight day of record-breaking heat. We'll talk more about what you can expect for your Friday along with your weekend because we do have some noticeable cooling on the way, I promise. We'll explain all of those details ahead. 6:01 is the time. Let's go ahead and switch gears and see what's happening outside. As I mentioned, the fog pretty dense out there, but it's very patchy. For example, if you're traveling along the 5, you may wake up and it's clear, and then you hop on the freeway near 28th, and then you see that visibility just all of a sudden drop. This is what it looks like on the 5 in both directions right at 6th Avenue, so just a little more north of that shot I showed you. As we zoom on into the North County and from Oceanside as well as Escondido, anywhere between 65 to 70 mile per hour speeds. Overall, we're looking at Friday light. It's what we love to see. Same deal on the 5 and the 805. And here's a quick look at travel times coming in from the South Bay. Back to you guys.
Vanessa, thank you very much. New this morning, rent prices are most likely to go up for some San Diegans.
That's because the San Diego Housing Commission approved changes to Section 8 housing vouchers. CBS 8's Chris Groh joins us live in Claremont with more on who this could be impacting. Chris?
Yeah, good morning. And look, we have seen rising costs all across the board, but what they are doing right now, the San Diego Housing Commission is saying that they haven't adjusted how much it is that residents put in their share for these housing vouchers, these Section 8 housing vouchers. And now that needs to go up because they're looking at a deficit for the total program. So what this vote did is it was a unanimous vote that raised what is the contribution from residents that use Section 8 housing vouchers from 24% of their income to now 40%. This again has not gone up since January of 2020. They are staring a $26 million deficit in the face, and they have for a while been offsetting it with commission reserves, but that is expected to not be able to be, again, that is expected to dry up. Also, the federal government has not signaled that it will pay more into the pool. So what they feel like is that if they do not raise this income contribution, it's estimated about 1,700 families would lose their vouchers. And so to try to keep everybody that use these vouchers on board, they feel like this is the necessary step to take. Here's more from one of the San Diego housing commissioners about why they believe, again, the federal government is not coming to save anyone.
There is no additional sign that we should wait for that no help will be coming. We have reached the point the federal government will not solve our housing problem, our homeless problem. It will be most likely doing less and less and less each year.
And the next step in all of this is that the federal government will actually have to be the ones who approve this increase. And then when that happens, it's expected it will take effect in the middle to late of next year. Back to you in studio.
All right, Chris, thank you. Also this morning, we're getting a look at the 62 gambling machines seized by San Diego police following an investigation into an illegal gambling operation. Nearly 24 machines, along with drugs and money, were found at a business in City Heights on El Cajon Boulevard. Police also detained several individuals. Officers also served a search warrant at a storage facility in Chula Vista, where they found 39 more of those machines. And this morning, we're seeing the local impact of Proposition 36, California's new retail theft law, and how it's affecting crime in San Diego just 1 year in. Someone caught shoplifting or possessing drugs 3 times can now be charged with a felony instead of a misdemeanor, facing up to 3 years behind bars. San Diego Police Department data shows a 23% drop in theft, robbery, and property crime in downtown. In 2024, there were roughly 3,500 cases. This year, about 2,700.
The law now actually protects these businesses. You can do something about it.
Prop 36 also created a treatment-mandated felony, giving repeat drug possession offenders a chance to enter treatment instead of prison.
Starting today, more San Diego police officers will be on the road. They're looking for drivers under the influence. The police department is kicking off this campaign, which runs through New Year's Day. Starting today, authorities say more than 1,000 people were killed in DUI crashes across the United States. That was in December, 1 month in 2023. Today is a special day for Catholics honoring Our Lady of Guadalupe. According to tradition, the Virgin Mary appeared in Mexico and told an indigenous man named Juan Diego to build a church. The pastor at Our Lady of Guadalupe Parish in Logan Heights says he expects tens of thousands of people from all around San Diego to visit.
Because of people's worries about immigration issues and keeping their family safe, I think we'll see a lot more, and people just come with a lot more emotion in their hearts. Grateful for Our Lady for keeping them safe.
A series of masses will be held throughout the day today. So as people are heading out maybe to church, got to know the weather, of course, to see what to wear today. Whatever you wore in the summer is probably what you need again, right?
Sure.
It's wild to say. We're
Honestly,
almost in the middle of December.
Yeah, again, though, what a time to live in San Diego. If you like things on the warmer end, then yeah, this is your jam, obviously. For me, not nearly close. I'm like, give me the 60s. Give me where we're supposed to be. All right, so here's the deal. Yesterday was our third day of breaking daily max records, and today we could be seeing the fourth day of that. As we take a look at yesterday's record heat, Escondido was one of the big winners, beating their old record of 84 with a high near 90 degrees yesterday. Lake Cuyamaca as well as Borrego Springs also beat their old records of 70 and 81 with highs in the low 70s and mid 80s. And Ramona tied their old, or actually tied a record set back in 2017 with a high of 82 yesterday. I mean, take a look at your screen right now. What a gorgeous start to your Friday. Lots of pink hues out there. This is from one of our sky cams facing, I believe that is the Sweetwater Reservoir from our Mount Miguel sky cam. In comparison to 24 hours ago, temperatures right now are trending a little cooler with the exception of downtown San Diego. And the reason why downtown is actually trending a little warmer than the same time yesterday is because of the influx of those low level clouds. So they're kind of acting like a blanket for those overnight lows and not really keeping us, or actually keeping us rather warm and mild. So lots of low 50s to go around for the coastal and beach neighborhoods. Different story though for interior parts of the county. We're waking up in the 40s, some 30s out there. For example, out in Ramona, waking up at 37 degrees, 49 out in Julian, and 59 in Palomar Mountain. We are going to be unseasonably warm this afternoon. We should typically be in the 60s for our most populated neighborhoods west of the mountains, but we will be topping out in the low 70s and low 80s, stretching from downtown San Diego all the way towards El Cajon. We do have relief this weekend. Temperatures are going to drop, especially come Saturday into Sunday before things warm back up again. And we'll dive deeper into those numbers later on in my full forecast. All right, the time is 6:09. Let's go ahead and see what's happening outside. Here's another live look. We are seeing the fog kind of lift a little bit. This is the 5 in both directions. Earlier, you can even see the lights of downtown San Diego. Now you can. This is through National City, and this is the 5 just north of that camera there off 6th Avenue as you make your way through the curves into downtown San Diego. We are looking at full freeway speeds for the most part in the North County as well as the East County. In the South Bay, we're also seeing full freeway speeds. And again, typically Friday is when most folks work from home. That's my theory because that's when it's the most quiet. 10 to 15 minutes right now on the 5 and the 805 coming in from San Isidro as well as, excuse me, National City. About 5 to 7 minutes on the 94, the 8, as well as the 52. These are all drives coming in from the East County, and here's what it looks like coming in from the South Bay. About 10 to nearly 30 in from Encinitas, as well as Escondido. Full span of the 78, 15 minutes in from the 15. All right, and let's go ahead and take a look at your border wait times. About an hour and 30 to get you in from San Isidro's port of entry, and in from Otay Mesa's port of entry, about an hour 20 at last check.